Hey there, Curmudgeon here. Nice to see you again. What a change in the weather. Holy cow, we've been in the low 80s and it even hit 92 yesterday. And then huge windstorm came through and now we're down into the, well, it's probably low 50s again. If you notice, I'm wearing my fleece out in the garage. The garage is currently 50, maybe 60. So I thought I'd give you a quick rundown and update. If you have a Ford 8N tractor and you haven't converted it to 6 volt, but you have converted it or are considering converting it to electronic ignition, let me show you what I found out from talking to Petronix this afternoon. So some of you are aware that there are several wiring diagrams out there on the Ford 8N website, and the wiring diagrams are a little bit sketchy and they really don't talk about electronic ignition. So let me show you straight from Petronix how you wire the electronic ignition system. Now, this is assuming you've already installed it in your, this is for a front distributor, and if you can see, the distributor number is D as in David, S as in Sam. That doesn't help. I thought that would help. Sorry, it's upside down. It's DS1100. DS1100. Confirm that. Sorry, I knew there was an extra letter. It's DST1100. There are 2 wires that come out of the coil, and they come out of this new coil protector. There is a solid black, and then there is a black and silver. The solid black runs one contiguous line to one post of the ignition switch. The black and silver runs to the negative post of your external coil. The positive runs to your ground, being that this is a positive grounded system. It's 6 volt positive ground in these old tractors. Don't make the mistake, if you've either upgraded to 12 volt to a modern system and you've changed from a positive to a negative ground, etc. I want to get this thing running before I do the conversion to the 12 volt. I got all the parts. I got a 12 volt ignition module that's been sitting over there for a year. But one of the things that Petronix, the tech man that I spoke to, very nice guy, specifically said was, it's not going to hurt if this was put in place. He said it will weaken the spark. The big thing is, he said, do not run the wires backwards. He said, don't put the solid black to the coil and this to the ignition. He said, the ignition coil is very sensitive and you'll burn it out. So that's good, because I never had it hooked up when I was just trying to turn the tractor over to make sure the starter worked. So now where else am I? It doesn't look good, normal, but let me show you. I've got my seat painted. I've got the 3rd point draft control spring mounted in with the felt inside. Got it all cleaned up. I just got to finish a couple little things on that. I need to mount the seat. Got the new gear shift boot and the neutral safety switch boot. Got this all lined out. I got a Chinesium throttle plate, but if you look, the bolts, the screw holes don't line up perfectly, and the screws they sent are not the right ones. That's what I get. See, this is what you get when you order Chinese parts. I saw this, I don't know why, on a whim. I ordered it from one of the parts companies on Amazon, and you get what you pay for. Just like this radiator. I thought I was going to be all tricked out. I ordered this aluminum radiator from All Parts, which is on Amazon, but basically they sell Chinese junk, a lot of it. This radiator, made in China. Now, a surprising thing, I ordered an aftermarket fan shroud. And I got that from Steiner. And guess what? Where's the label? Oh, it's on the other side. Made in China. Doesn't line up with the silly radiator. I had to kind of finagle the bolts. And I didn't have any. I just used sheet metal screws for guttering to hold it in place. I'll probably just dab these with a little bit of red paint just to make them stand out. I got the drain tube in. I need to fill the radiator with fluid. But the wiring is now done. I'm almost tempted to throw the exhaust on, but then I'm like, well, what am I going to do for a gas tank? Well, I could throw my gas can over here and run a rubber line up in here, but these are gravity fed, so I could put a ladder or something and gravity feed it. But I'm so close, and what I mean by close is here is the hood, nice and painted. The only problem was I painted it outside yesterday, and Mr. B decided to land in it. And there's one little tiny bloop and one little bloop right there that they got in. So I'll have to clean that up. But you know what? I'm not worried about that. I'll do that when I get it on the tractor. Here's one more where a bug landed. I can wet sand that very fine, hit it with a paint can of paint, and it'll be good to go. But the big thing was, the last time I painted this, there was a couple spots where it bubbled and it was hazing. I didn't do it this time. I really made sure I cleaned it and wiped it down really good. You know, again, this is not a hot rod, not a car. It's so if it's not perfect, it's fine. It's got color. That's all I care about. Got one wheel here. There was just a tiny run, I think, right here. Yes, I oversprayed. Look at the tires. They're all dry rotted. I actually am ordering the new tires tomorrow. So they'll be here at the end of the week. Here's my other tire. Which is funny because it's kind of dusty out here today. I need to bring this in. Anyways, so my tires are painted. The hood's painted. I need to cut these off. The dog legs are done. I was pretty happy with this dog leg. This one, This was the very first thing I shot, and you can see there's one little drip. One little drip. I just need to sand it out. Oh, wait. Sorry. 2 drips. There and there. Very minor. Those I can sand out. Wet sand them. Blend them in. Fenders. And brackets. Now, when I primered these, they look pretty rough. And if you notice, one has the Ford script, one does not. The one with the Ford script had a lot of metal rot. And I had a local welder patch in a panel this summer. And I really didn't care. I didn't clean it up. Well, now that I see these pinholes all over it, I don't know. I'll put it on the tractor and probably either try to find a set of better, less rusty, less dented with the Ford script fenders, or I may just order new. And then I got my the brackets that go on the inside. I kind of mangled this one when I was trying to cut the rivet off. But, you know, it's inside the fender. You're not going to see it. Let's see, what else? Fuel tank's over there. I got all the brackets and bolts painted. So now it's just... Oh, and I've got the... I got several sets of these were on it, and for whatever reason they cut this out. I don't know why they did that, but I got a replacement. So I got those painted up. So my goal, not tonight, it's getting too late, but over the next couple days I'm going to get the footrests back on. I'm going to get I need to get the air cleaner cleaned up and painted. I ran out of paint. I need to get one more can of paint because I got to do the nuts. And if anybody's got a suggestion on the nuts, you know, if you paint the nuts and you put them on with the socket, you're going to eat the paint off. So has anybody got a suggestion? Do you just... if you're trying to make it look nice, do you paint the nuts, let them dry, and then what? Put something on the inside of your socket so it doesn't mar it and put them on? Nice. Anyways, I could appreciate that. And I just noticed, well, these 2 wheels got really dinged up after I painted them and I brought them to get new tires. So I may end up pulling those off anyways and touching them up. But I am so close. I'm 6-8 months behind. I want to have this finished maybe by this weekend. Anyways, I hope this helps somebody with the wiring. Once I get this thing back together and running well, I'm going to do a video on the conversion to 12 volt, and I'm going to convert it over. So I hope this helps. Feel free to like, share, subscribe, and as always, have a good evening. Thanks.